There we go.
Seems to
Okay.
be.
That was fucking weird. It just randomly died.
Yep, it's back.
Okay, you're...
OBS does that sometimes.
Yeah, it's just weird. At least it gave me a warning this time rather than just dying in the background and being quiet.
If you have a ping or a pop-up of OBS crashed, if you just don't click yes or no, the stream will just continue, by the
Oh,
way.
there was no pop-up. It was just a
Oh.
thing saying, yeah, OBS died, deal with it.
Okay.
It not streaming?
It is.
Okay, I guess I just have to refresh my text window then.
Yeah, when I refreshed, it's all good.
Harder to do on a phone. So,
Hmm.
God damn it. Okay, you go away. Thank you. I mean, there's not too many people in my chat, but I'd like to see them if they chat. There we go. There we go. Okay, well, shit. It's dropping frames like fucking mad again. I guess my internet's decided to shit itself. Oh, well, I'll just let it
Well,
run for
at
the
least
moment.
the Discord and stuff is working, so.
Yeah. So, it's not like there's a whole lot of action to capture anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Need for FPS.
Spluma, you are pretty sure she's probably either a College of Lore or College of Swords. You're not entirely sure, though.
Mm-hmm.
Rax is also definitely eyeing what kind of outfit Torin has. Like, what kind of design she has to wear.
Torin looks a little bit, what's the word, bashful when she sees you looking. She's wearing a very modest but still kind of revealing like leg slit sort of thing. It's not poofy, it's not floofy, it's more form-fitting. Ooh, sorry. Oh god. That's better. Itchy spot. Train of thought was just disrupted. Sorry. Kind of a sea blue, sea green sort of color. It shimmers a little bit as she moves. So, you do notice that a couple of the other daughters, though, when Gornick says that, leave the room and come back in very much more elaborate dresses that are studded with different opals. And 3 of them leave first.
Oh, okay.
She'll look at Gormix like, wait, do I have to do anything for being like the best maid? I just remembered.
Oh yeah, were you one of Ferverus's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. You'd be one of the ones they take then.
Yeah,
I'd forgotten you got
she
picked for that.
didn't she put me in as her first one too? Like
I think
be like
think
so.
so.
I think
like
so.
I'd
But
be the
yeah,
main one.
You all have the same dress. It's just
Yeah.
the thing you line
I'd
up
be
in.
like yeah, and I'd
So,
be
but,
like the
yeah.
first one to have to marry Fanfare if
yeah, if she
disappeared.
decides to ditch, so
Yes.
which would be awkward in so many ways.
Yes.
Man, what Hogan? Are you a
Cat.
cranky baby? Huh. Plenty of desk space for you, buddy. But yes, Gornick takes you with them, and like the dresses have those frills in the shoulders, but the rest of it's fairly sheer, and like there's just beautiful patterns of opals all over it. So, and it's kind of I lost the word for it, but it literally starts at the top with white opals, and as it goes down, it hits fire opals, and the bottom parts are, embroidered with black opals. So it's kind of like a cascading, luminescence effect. Definitely dazzling to look at because fucking all the iridescence. And he leads you 3 over to the side of an area to where you see Fervorous just absolutely fucking decked out. Like, you're pretty sure there's a small country's worth of silk on this woman. She's normal size, she's not big at the moment, but hundreds of opals and other precious gems are just all over it. She has about a 20-foot veil, behind her, which there's a couple kobolds carrying the end of. Like your.
Who else? Wait, who else is going with me as the first?
The other 2 that are going as the bridesmaids are Aratha
Okay.
and Valerie.
Valerie, okay.
Yeah, which Mr. Swirly has also been dressed up.
Well,
Which you do notice also around his mouth are chains of Bolero.
I thought it was taped, but I guess that worked too.
So, and he's looking a little upset about it, but when he sees you,
Shit.
you know, you kind of catch his eyes. He looks at you, and Valerie looks at you. He wouldn't stop swearing.
I mean, I think this is a good solution, yes? And she'll, like, I'm very excited. I'm pleased that I'm gonna be by both of your like side. If I was alone, I would probably be very nervous.
Oh, just you know, Arathis, you'll be fine. We don't even have to do anything. We just stand there and look pretty, and you've got that down.
Thank you. I am not really used to, like, this is probably the first like real wedding I'll ever attend.
Well, first, but then you'll have your own, won't you?
Yeah.
And she just all grins the whole time. Like, it's fine. I'll walk you through it. Like I said, we just have to walk and stop in the right spot, and I'll tell you where, okay?
Okay, you're very nice.
Well, you're my sister to be. Why would I be mean to you? I'm not Dorena.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Where she kind of chuckles at that one, and Valerie's like, should I laugh? And you can tell that Mr. Swirly's trying to laugh, but his mouth's still closed.
Poor Darina.
I was gonna say, she seemed nice at heart.
She's good deep down, but she has a lot of issues to work through. I'm
Yeah,
sure she'll be
I
better,
mean-
and you know, she kind of does this dismissal, you know. She'll be better one day, I'm sure. She'll grow. If not, well,
Hrothgar
she'll
is
blow
also-
up or summon the wrong demon. So,
Hrothgar is also very nice.
oh, he's just a little green angel. The only one you don't want to meet is Duar. He's, well,
Yeah, we've heard.
you know, she says, I don't like to speak ill of people that could be dead, but if he is, it's probably better for us all.
How long has it been since he's been gone?
Oh, several years now. He left when I was already in college, so I'm not entirely sure.
What else do you do besides the college work, or do you do anything else?
Oh, I mostly just teach the children in the town. I'm a
Oh.
professor, I'm a school teacher, I run the orphanage. Keeps me fairly busy. I
That's
still
a
do
lot of
occasional
things.
performances, mind you, when I have the time, but it's enough to keep me very busy and very, very, you know, engaged. I'm never bored. Which,
I really want to attend some lessons of yours now.
oh well, given that you're family, you can come in free of charge and see if it's the thing you kind of like. If you, and she kind of raises finger, but if you decide to sit for the whole semester, we will have to charge. Or you can get a scholarship, which she, you know, kind of puts a finger to her lip there. Like someone like
Eh,
Orb, I mean, he could get a scholarship, but I doubt he could learn a whole lot more from our college. He seems fairly skilled at what he does.
yeah, I appreciate it.
Oh my god, Meebs. Like, I just noticed how many, and it's like, Jesus Christ. Well, Kitty's getting plenty of pets. He's very happy
Must
about it.
pet the kitty.
Until he decides he's
Um,
not.
How old are you? Just gonna ask her.
Oh, but... Oh... I'm 32.
She's gonna be like, just gonna try to hug her again. And it's like, so you're my big sister then?
Yes. Which she, you know, she accepts the hug after a brief moment of confusion. And that means
I'm gonna be-
Valerie is your little sister because she's the youngest.
Ugh. Can I hug you too?
She kind of looks up. Okay. But you have to hug Mr. Swirly too because he gets jealous. And the
Oh.
puppet nods very angrily.
I'll do both.
Aw.
Sure.
But she hugs you very gently, and, you know, he just holds out his arms and you feel felt, you know, try to crush the life out of you. It's not very effective. It's like a tight-fitting sweater.
Well, like she'll turn back to especially Ratha since she's the older one. It's like, I'm gonna be doing a lot of looking up towards you.
Well, I don't know how much I can guide you in your profession, but I'll do all I can. I'm always available for advice, though, if that's the case.
Okay.
I pretty much live at the college at this point, so you can always find me there.
Valerie is also mostly staying here, right?
Yes, I mean, she's too young to do any diplomatic work or anything like that. And
Fair.
Valerie goes, I'm not too young.
No, you're perfectly fine. But I don't know if you want to do it yet.
Which she kind of whispers in your ears, plus Mr. Swirly's a bit of a douche.
She'll just like smart, like try to hold back laughter. It's like, you could say that, yes. But the bands are a nice accessory to him. I have a pair of my own.
He doesn't have fingers, but he definitely makes a very rude gesture with both his arms at you.
I have some bands of those of my own.
He slowly lowers those arms. He gets them off after we're done, but if he acts up during the after party, Mother says he has to put them back on.
Oh. Well, that's... I'm very curious to see how that'll go. I'm sure he'll be a nice gentleman during the party.
You see a very hesitant nod from the puppet. He promised, otherwise he doesn't get cake.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Did you know,
no!
I actually recently even infused my bands with dimensional shackles. They'll keep you away from like other dimensions as well. You can go nowhere.
I don't think he'd leave me. We're friends.
No, he wouldn't. I'm just thinking about it because we brought up the Iron Bands.
Which he kind of does that, I'm watching you with his hands. He's very protective of me. It's okay. He does that with everyone.
It's good that he is. He should,
But
I mean, he should be.
You guys start
protective.
hearing an organ just... You know the funeral, the
Yeah.
fucking wedding march song.
Yeah.
So I am not going to do the whole thing out.
I don't think we expected you to.
You never know. I could see someone in chat do the whole thing. You missed that note. It was off key. But you see Vanfir walking out in the thing first. There's a cleric of Palor. It looks like the high priest by his garments standing at the podium. And, well, Vanfir's dressed up very nicely. Is this thing not playing? Okay. Weird. What is this cat doing? I think this... Yeah, well, that should do. We'll see if the music comes on or not. He's dressed up in a very nice suit. Not nearly as elaborate as your guys' dresses, but there are some, like, filigree of opals on it. And behind him, you see two people you have no idea who they are. Oh, sorry, one you don't know who he is. One's the guild leader, and the other one is Bob.
Bob?
Bob, who is somehow they've managed to fit a necktie around the base of his skull.
Nice.
And, they line up and stop and turn and face. And you hear a Aratha, in your, now we go. Don't walk too close to her. She kind of coaches you through the whole thing so you stay at the right, distance and everything.
I'll just listen to her and follow her.
Why aren't none of the other songs playing? That works. Okay. So, and you go out, and unless you want me to go through the whole thing, it's like you looking out in the crowd, you can see where Spluma and Rax and the rest of the Dragonborn kin are sitting in a certain area. You don't really see anyone else for Vanfir that looks like they're directly related to him in any way. Like, looking at the people, it's like you definitely recognize the guildmaster, who's kind of giving you side looks of, oh god, what's she going to do? Why is she here? But the guy in between Bob and that man, you have no idea who he is. He just looks very old and very wizardy.
Okay.
So,
Well, I mean, she's just gonna follow like Aratha's like orders and like stand on the.
yeah,
like,
I mean, it's
spot
pretty
that she's
simple stuff. It's,
designated for.
turn, smile, stand still,
Yeah.
wait. It's like, it's a
Rax-
pretty normal thing. But what is
Rax
Rax?
will obviously show thumbs up to Rocco if
Just
she
waving.
looks like you are doing it okay, you are doing good.
God.
Like not like super like
Yeah,
it
loud
can
or
be seen,
anything.
but
Yeah,
Just
Torin's kind
like-
of watching you with that, trying to make sure you don't get too out of control.
I just want to
I
make
know
her
she's
feel
letting
like
you
she's
do
doing
it, but it's one of
great.
those sort of, you're pretty sure if you try to get too loud or stand up, she's gonna, make you sit back down sort of thing.
At that point, when Thorin does it, Rax fakes like
Oh,
that he's casting a spell.
like I said, she's not going to do it unless you jump up and start yelling or something like that. She's letting
Just,
you
like,
have your
teasingly.
moment. She's just kind of if it gets too out of hand, I have to rein him in. So, since you're not
Okay.
being like, just screaming, you got this, bitches! Because that might cause an international incident. So,
now I want to do it. I'm not.
God damn it. But I mean, it goes pretty smoothly. Nobody opposes their marriage or anything like that. It's very nice, very pretty, but nothing out of the ordinary. Everybody cheers when they kiss and all that sort of stuff. And Vanfir actually stands forward and goes, in about an hour, we're going to have a second wedding for my son and my new daughter. So try not to get too drunk, and there's kind of that mandatory titter of laughter sort of thing.
Ryoko's like angling herself
Which
a little bit
you
away
see him
from
kind of give you a sidelong look of that, I really mean you. So
No, like she's like angling her hip with the beer mug away from the crowd.
just go, you can't see this. But until then, enjoy the feast, and everybody kind of gets up and starts talking and congratulating. It's wedding. It's a wedding thing. Pretty much, you do notice that like a bunch of nobles, some of which you've stopped in the carts, are talking to them. A couple of them seem like they might be a little less friendly when they're talking to them, especially the steel dragons that you're assuming the king of the steel dragons because his son is next to him.
Yeah.
Which you notice their garb is all very angular and grayish black. It's still cloth, but it's like somebody decided to make spiked armor out of silk and felt.
Right.
So, I mean, they're not being overtly rude, but they seem a lot more curt and either blunt might be the word.
Right.
Kind of
She's
hard to
gonna-
overhear them.
She's gonna turn to like a Ratha and is gonna ask like, is it okay to just like approach like them now or
Get in line if you want to, but yeah, that's fine.
okay?
Oh,
Well, first
do
of
you
all,
have
she's gonna.
did you bring
Yeah, I
a
was gonna
gift?
say she just was gonna mention is like first of all, I'm gonna put this on the desk.
Oh, but yeah, put it where you can easily point it out then. It's part of the custom to show what you brought.
Oh, I forgot to write my name on it or something.
As long as you can point it out, and she kind of looks like, I don't see too many other sacks on the table.
Sags?
I mean, what did you put it in?
I mean, probably just some random cloth.
That's what I'm saying. Basically a sack.
Do you have any
So,
pencil?
and she kind of, well, normally in my usual coat, I have a charcoal pen, but and she kind of gestures at the nearly sheer dress, like, as you can see,
There.
like
Wait.
and then she grabs
just-
one of the passing, servants, like, go get a bit of charcoal real quick. And he kind of nods, passes the tray to someone else, and runs off. And within a minute, he comes back with a small lump of charcoal.
Ryoko's gonna like write her name on it with like a little heart.
Your favorite draconic Valentine.
And she's gonna put the bag on the gift table.
Yeah, which you see some of the other, you're assuming like nobles, kind of give you a weird look as you do that, but they don't make any sort of deal out of it. Like you see on the table, there's like gifts of golden, pretty golden art,
Yeah, I mean
magical
luxury
artifacts,
wrap,
just
yes.
all sorts of beautiful things. And
Yes.
here's this fucking cloth wrapped sack. It's like they're not
Little
gonna
did they
make
know,
a deal out of it
there's a
as one of those.
40
Huh.
Little did they know there's a 41 roll pumpkin cookies
Yeah.
in there.
Little do they know these are fucking like god level cookies inside this bag. Mind you, looking at some of these things, you're pretty sure some of these items on the table could probably buy a small kingdom by itself.
Yeah.
Like they are fucking wild, some of the things on these tables. No weapons or anything that you notice, but definitely some things that you're pretty sure are magic by the way
Yeah.
they're shaped and decorated and everything else.
She is
So-
gonna get in line for Fanfare and Fervorous.
Okay, well, let me see who you are behind then, actually. So here we go. Okay. You get in line, and there is a woman in front of you that's in very flowing, kind of a goldish brown robe. Like every time she moves, it kind of shifts and shimmers between a gold and like almost an earthy brown color.
That's the one in front of me.
That's the one in front of you.
Very
Yeah, it's like
interesting.
pretty much Rex. She's keeping a distance, but it's one of those. If you cause something, she could hurriedly run over and grab you.
Yeah, Rex is just looking around.
Yeah,
like people.
she's pretty much made the vow. As long as you aren't causing too much trouble, you're free to do whatever. It's just she's ready to run defense just in case Rax decides to go Raxy.
Okay.
Which, Spluma, give me a perception check real quick.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, you're
Oh, no.
just wandering around doing your thing.
Weird.
Rax,
If
if
I
you'd like
see,
to give me a perception check on Spluma.
Okay. I'm not good at this either.
I know.
There's multiple.
Well,
they're
you're so
watching you.
busy. You're in such judgmental mode, and it's somebody you don't like either. You're pretty sure that fucking brain fried again. Ulathar is keeping an eye on Spluma.
I'll send a message to Spluma like, he's keeping an eye out on you.
Yeah, once again, it's kind of like the Torin thing. It's not like he's hovering over his shoulder. It's just one of those. If something happens, he's ready to grab a certain bard and drag him out of the room.
Isn't that rude? Like with a message.
It's fucked up.
We haven't done anything bad in our lives.
Yeah.
We're completely innocent.
God. I mean, are you wanting to talk to this lady or anything, Ryoko?
I mean, she's gonna probably just wait in line.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, she'll probably just wait in line.
Well, the guy that gets in behind you definitely catches your eye.
Okay.
Think of an Akroa that is
I don't know what that is.
the bird people. Akroa.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right,
like-
right, yes.
yeah, sorry, I can never say their name right. But it's 14 foot tall and has two heads.
Okay.
He's
gonna-
what lined up behind you.
She's gonna like turn around, and, like bow to him. It's like as a greeting.
Yeah, both heads kind of look down at you and their voices are echo, just slightly off, out of sync, just barely, and go, "Hello, small one."
It's just kind of like trying to hold back laughter. Hello.
Are you here to pay aid to the queen?
I'm here to congratulate them. Yes.
Good, good. She's very powerful. Envious position,
Yeah.
yes, very envious position. You notice that the heads sometimes break off and talk to each other as they're talking to you. So, and you also can't seem to notice that he shines in the light and he's carrying a very big golden staff.
What's your name?
Oh, rude of us, very rude of us, yes. You're supposed to be on charge of this. Well, I was busy. We are Cawthorn.
Okay. Well, I'm pleased to meet you.
I'm sure it's likewise, but why are you so small? Aren't dragons supposed to be bigger?
Not a full dragon.
I
I'm
know,
more
I know,
one-
I'm jossing you. It's a joke. Yeah, a joke. You just suck at them.
Okay.
Well,
Which the other
I
head
do like
glares
your
at the other head as
enthusiasm.
it kind of. You're pretty sure it's laughing, but it sounds more like a raven croaking.
how do you spell his name, by the way?
I will paste it for you real quick.
Yep.
There you go. It's kind of rare that other creatures don't regard us with as much reverence as usual. You're a bit odd, which makes you amusing.
I've seen a bit of stuff myself throughout my days. It takes a bit to get me freaked out, I guess would be the word.
Oh, not freaked out. We're not scary unless you want
No,
us to be,
not
but
at all.
most things that know who we are very reverent of us. Yes, reverent, that's the right word. Almost awe-inspired.
Ryoko's like really trying with all this like polite speech and everything.
But
Well,
I tell you what,
it,
I
it,
will give you something because you are rather amusing to us. And it reaches under its wings and pulls out a feather. Mind you, this
Okay.
feather is like 2 feet long. And he hands
Uh,
it to you. Give me a strength check.
thank
Feather
you.
duster.
See.
You drop it because it's surprisingly heavy.
Whoa!
And
I
it
didn't
literally
expect
hits the
that.
ground with a clang. Ah. Oh, that's usually what happens. Nobody expects it. And he picks
Let
it
me-
up like it weighs almost nothing and hands it to you again. Since you're
Okay,
ready
I'll
for
try
it,
again.
no strength check. But
Okay.
it's surprisingly heavy, like it's made out of metal or something.
That's impressive. I did not expect a heather to weigh that much.
Ah, well, we're rather unique. Well, and, well, not unique, just very... Well, I don't think there is another one of us on this plane, is there?
Well, I mean, I'm used to carrying weapons, great swords, and all that, but I did never expect to have like feather.
Weapons are so passé. And he holds up the staff. Spells, that's where real might is. Though
I've
I do admit
seen
certain
a lot of
weapons have
those.
certain pizzazz as a collector's items. But-
Hey, I mean, technically, some weapons have spells imbued into them. So
Oh, I know. That's why they're a bit more interesting on that sort of front. But, like, can a
I do
spell
have
send
quite a few
someone
of
to the
those.
sky? Can a sword literally sever someone's soul and turn them to
Hey.
dust? Well, yes, I do have that one back home, actually. So,
You have a mighty pair of wings. I don't think you need a spell to send someone to the sky.
oh, those are just backups. I mean, not saying that they're not useful at times, but if I use those, I've already lost the fight, I feel.
I like you both. You guys are very fun talk.
Well, we do try to be entertaining, and you can hear a low voice in front of you from the lady, almost musical as she speaks, who goes, and they're not a force to be trifled with.
Oh, well, hello to you as well.
Hello, it doesn't seem like you know about them, do you?
No,
And she
this
turns
is my
around
first
and you
time.
notice that her eyes are like solid gold.
Ryoko's just like, what?
Like
the
no pupils, just like gold orbs in her head.
Like when the bird said it too, like Ryoko is like she just has this like theme in her head right now is like she's gonna get a lot of like things told to her, whether she's not sure if it's compliments or not.
Oh, well,
That,
she
she's
kind
not
of
saying
looks
any of
at
that
you
out
up and
loud.
down.
She's
It's
not
like,
saying any of that out loud.
yeah, it's like she kind of looks at you as like, have you heard of the Chronotrons?
I might need a little bit more help. I'm sorry.
Which she kind of looks at, Cawthorn, who raises his wings in a very dramatic bow towards you. Him. Him? Sometimes they're confusing, but that creature.
Right.
They're, well, very powerful mages.
Okay.
Most dragons wouldn't even wish to fight with them.
Interesting.
They're very powerful creatures. And, very fond of magical items. I'm pretty sure the
Oh.
only reason he's here is he's kind of met a mutual respect with Lady Fervorous. Oh,
Right.
rude of me, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Catherine.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Catherine. I'm Ryoko.
You'll be the next one being wed, from what I understand.
Yes.
Well, you'll be able to enjoy me sing after that.
Well, it's gonna be a pleasure to like meet all of you.
Hmm.
Still
Just-
my first ceremony, so I'm a little nervous.
Well, just do what feels right, I suppose. And be careful who you do make friends with. Not all of them are as friendly as him.
Yes. I've
He
met a
he,
few
he,
already.
he almost seems aghast. Me? Not friendly? We're the most friendliest creature here.
No, you've been great.
Just other creatures are rude to us sometimes, and we have to put them in their place.
Okay.
Yes, like that one over there. He's been glaring at me. But he hasn't done anything, so we're technically not allowed to do anything yet. As literally
Okay.
shakes a finger at the other head.
Well, it's still an absolute pleasure to meet you, Cawthon.
But of course it is. It's nice to meet you too, little thing. Perhaps we'll meet later. And hopefully under good circumstances. Who knows? Maybe I'll hunt you down for jobs. You seem like one of those traveling types. And I do
Maybe.
know of so many shinies I wish for. And we pay!
Yeah. I also like shiny things.
Well, perhaps... I know. And he reaches into one of his belt pouches and pulls out a little card. But little by his standards. It's about the size of like an index card for you.
Right.
And it has this adorable little two-headed crow just smiling its life away on it. It says Cawthorn and Cawthorn. Magical items acquired and sold.
Oh.
If you do have perhaps a mage friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good, good. Yes, mages are good, very good. Give it to him. He'll know what to do with it.
Okay. Well,
And you
once we
see,
do need anything,
you notice that Catherine's now giving all her, things to Lady Fervorous and Manfear.
Right.
So, just
I
keep
think
us,
we-
it's weird because both the heads wink, and it's kind of odd. But they both wink at you and kind of go, well, keep us in mind should you ever need any acquisitions or rare items you wish to
Yeah.
part with.
Right. She's gonna before it's while Catherine is still busy, she's gonna whisper out for Gormick real quick,
Yes.
see if he shows up. I don't really have any place to put these. Could you put these in my bag? And
Certainly.
she'll hand him the feather and the card.
Which he
Feather's
looks at the
very
feather
heavy.
for a second. Oh, you've been rather favored, haven't you? I shall
Maybe?
put the feather in your room. Would you like me to deliver the card to Master Rax?
Oh, I'll get to that.
Very
Just
well.
put
And
them in my bag.
He's already gone.
Yeah.
So, but Catherine finishes, does a very deep curtsy to her, and walks off. And Vanfear kind of looks at you with that "your turn" sort of face.
She's gonna walk up, and
And-
she's like,
Go ahead.
I was like, I just wanted to talk to you. I don't really know what the formal thing is to say and everything, but I wanted to congratulate you both. So I mean, it is still a very special occasion. I'm not gonna be as formal as many others. She's gonna more whisper that.
Which Vanfear just kind of smiles and is like, "It's okay."
Is it
And-
okay to hug you guys? Okay.
Later, baby.
No.
Which Fervorous goes from just the nice public smile to the kind of "oh god, what's about to happen" smile.
Well, I put a gift on the table for both of you,
Oh,
and
which Vanfear kind of looks, it's like, it's a sack, isn't it?
I wrote my name on it. You could have
I
at least
could
waited.
see. So, which he kind of points at it and is like,
tried.
I
I don't
like
have-
the heart.
I don't have many supplies.
Fine. I'm sure it's good, whatever's in there. And Fervorous, what is it?
Cookies.
Cookies. Do you make them?
Yes.
Oh, well, I've heard stories about your cooking. I look forward to them. But you
They're
hear
pumpkin
Corvus go,
flavored.
wait, what?
They're pumpkin flavored.
I don't believe I've had those.
After Cawthon says that, she's a little anxious, looking at him. It's like, please don't rush over to the gift table or something. But
No, I brought a gift. I'm not taking them
I'm
unless
not
you're
saying
offering me a
that out
gift. Are
loud.
you
I'm
offering
not
us a
saying
gift?
that out loud.
Oh, okay. I was like, you
That
knew
would
you're
be
about to
very
start up the
rude.
crow, so.
No, but she's just gonna turn back to them as well, congratulations. It's very nice.
Thank you. And she holds out a hand with that, sort of, you're supposed to kiss it gesture sort of thing.
I'll do it.
Yeah, and Vanfear just shakes your hands like, very good. We'll have yours ready soon, I promise.
Don't worry, it's your day as well.
It's still yours too, and I'd like my children to be happy too. And you're technically going to be one in about 30 minutes.
Yes.
So, and which he quickly turns,
Well,
greets
she's
Cawthorn.
gonna- She's going to go to the side and wait for Cawthon to be finished and to talk with him
It
afterwards.
takes a few minutes. He seems to like to talk at great length.
Yes.
And there's several people behind him till finally, Fervorous kind of not so subtly tells him, yeah, your time's up. move along sort of thing. Very
Right.
dressed up, pretty sort of thing, but it's very obvious it's one of those stop, leave.
I'll try to catch him when he's done.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of
Is that-
walking by the table thing. If
Yeah.
you want to call out to him, he's probably going to answer.
Yeah. I'm gonna like walk up to him. It's like,
Oh, small thing.
hey, you were like having a reaction when you heard cookies. Do you like them?
We've heard of cookies? I don't think we've ever had cookies. No, we haven't had cookies. Are they like cake?
Kind of, but more crunchy.
Crunchy cake? Ooh, like the crumble cakes.
That's probably more comparable, yes.
Do you have any of these cookies?
I do. I don't have them on me on the ceremony, but if you'd
Shame,
like some,
shame.
we could meet after.
Certainly, cookies sound delicious.
I did
And
make
a
few
fitting
extra
offering.
batches.
Sorry?
I did make a few batches.
Well,
So,
we would be interested in seeing these cookies.
okay.
Would it be okay if we
Well-
bring our servants?
How many?
I have 3 with me currently.
Yes.
They're very small. They don't eat as much.
Yes,
But
that's
he kind
fine.
of raises his voice, which causes most people to kind of look as he goes, "Ah!" And out from underneath the dining table, a little Akroa comes running out.
A little crow.
A little Akroa
Oh my god.
comes running out and says, "Yes, boss." This little
I'm
one.
sad that they are not kengus, the
Yes.
smaller ones.
A little.
Oh, that's the one. Sorry, Kenkus. I
Oh, so
forgot
it
the
is
name.
Kenkus.
Kenku. It is a
Wait, so
Kenku.
is the big one a kenku too?
No, it's an Aarakocra, but
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
it's
I'm
not.
asking-
No, it's not.
but it looks
looks
like
like
it
it.
for
It
us.
looks like a giant Kenku with 2 heads. To be fair.
Okay. So that's why I was wondering because
So,
like,
but
it
yeah,
made
I for some reason
So-
forgot the word Kenku for a bit. So yeah, a
But
little Kenku.
Aarakocra is the humanoid.
Yeah, the humanoid
Falcon.
birds. Yeah, they're
and
the falcons.
Kenkus are the smaller ones.
Yeah, they're
but
the
you
little
just said
raven
that they
things.
look
Yeah.
more like
Yeah,
kenkus
so
instead.
it's definitely raven looking, but yeah, the little
Yeah.
Kenku comes running up. Yes, boss. This one
She's
here
like
is one of my servants.
she's like clearly trying to not play off like the like a reaction she has to like tiny animals. It's like
Go on,
It's-
tell the small. Well, I suppose for you it's a big one. Tell it your name. Echoes
let's
of
see,
caves.
Echoes.
Echoes in caves. That is our
Well,
name.
it's a pleasure to meet you, Echoes and Caves.
Which it's like hums a little cute tune when it says that when you say that to it. Just kind of
Ryoko's definitely thinking of where to get one of these.
pet. So I've
Well-
got 2 others with us, and I suppose they should try cookies too. Cookies
Might as
are
well.
food. Which gives you that Kenku stare.
Are you going to be present for my part of the wedding as well?
Well, I don't have a reason to leave yet. We don't. No, we don't.
Okay. Well, then I can catch you after the ceremony for the cookies.
Indeed, indeed. We shall be, needless to say, probably fairly obvious in the crowd.
Fair. I'll bring them out after everything's done.
Excellent, excellent. Until then, I've
It was a
heard there's
pleasure
a
meeting you.
roast beef on the table, so
Enjoy yourself.
we shall. Echoes, come on. You can carry the plate and have snacks. Snacks are grilled! And it almost skips along behind this creature. Which, you definitely see Ryoko talking to this creature, Rax, if you want to make an arcana. If
Okay.
you don't already know what it is. Ah, yeah, you look at this thing and kind of go, wait a minute, I've heard about these things. Oh god, it's one of those things. I believe I already pasted it, but they are called Chronotrions. They are
Okay.
exceptionally magical creatures. We're talking disgusting spells level creatures like Disintegrate and Time Stop and Reverse Gravity.
Ah,
They love collecting magical items and sometimes will go to spare no expense or means to get them. As long as you're on their good side, they can be a very good ally, but if you ever piss them off, they are a bitch to kill.
Yeah.
Like, they're resistant to almost everything out there. And like I said, very, very magical.
They
Especially if
collect
they
magical
carry that
items.
staff that he carries with him is with him. So,
Oh, they are so cute.
Yeah, they look amazing.
I'm guessing you
They're
pulled
so
up.
cute.
Yeah, I posted a picture. That's amazing.
Oh, let me see. I'm guessing it's the D&D chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's... Except he's standing upright.
Yeah, he's
So, but yeah, that's pretty much how they look like. Except that thing in his hand is very much a staff, not a sickle.
yeah. I mean, staff can still look like that.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
guess.
letting you know it's very obviously
Yeah,
not
yeah,
meant
yeah.
for combat. It's very obviously something highly magical.
Really not planning
look-
combat with.
I'll look out for that. I forgot which one it was, but the Bard Dragonborn.
Oh, she's easy to find. I
Aratha.
mean, she's still kind of dressed in all the stuff for the wedding. She's planning on changing right before Ryoko's happens.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's easy enough to find. That, and she seems to be the center of attention wherever she goes.
Right.
Like, you're seeing people
Um,
that before she walked over looked sour and were giving evil glares to other people just brighten up and just open up to this woman.
I'll talk to
Going after Bob, huh?
Yep.
Well, that's easy enough to catch her, and she goes, "Oh, Spluma, right?"
Yes.
Ah.
I was wondering if it would possibly be okay to perform a song for the lady. And, of course, the Mr.
Well, like I said, after the other ceremony, and you still have to run
Okay.
it by me.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
doing.
if you're wanting...
the actual song.
well,
Yeah.
give me a moment to change, and we'll go to the back room, and you can show me what you wish to do. How about that?
Okay.
Oh
Sounds
no.
He's pulling his cock out!
It's a loot, damn it! It's totally innocent. It's just a loot in my pocket.
To the back room.
So she kind of very politely and very diplomatically, excuses herself from the people she's, talking to, which one of the guys there kind of gives you a bit of a dirty look.
I will give him a dirty look back.
Well. So...
If she has stuff to do, I'm not trying to interrupt.
Oh, no, she's just mingling. She wouldn't have
Right.
offered otherwise. You're pretty sure she's pretty honest, and she would have said she was busy with something, but best you can tell, she was just kind of mingling with everyone. Making the people happy. But,
Yeah.
she comes back out in a lot more sensible, which pretty much what you saw her in the original room with, which is just a very nice, school outfit sort of thing. Not sailor outfit, actual school. So think more Handler, less Sailor Moon.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
and
more like a college outfit kind of.
yeah, like a private college sort of thing, but for the teachers.
Rich snob.
Sure. But she, kind of leads you back to one of the a bit more enclosed rooms. Like, all right, what are you trying to perform?
I'm in between the way you look tonight and my girl.
Oh Lord! Well, either one of those, whichever you'd play, would be, acceptable. She was worried you were going to come out with some sort of...
Why not? Can you feel the love tonight?
Yeah. God. She was worried you might, come out with something like the Ball of Inverness or something like that.
Right. No, I'm not actually gonna. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying
that's...
to be respectful.
as long as it's something that would be appropriate, she has no problem with it, and she can probably slot you in without any sort of trouble. So she's just making sure you aren't going to go on the stage and, start singing ass and titties or something.
just bring out the heavy metal.
Yeah, which might be appropriate, but still. We're looking for Kiss and the classics. We don't want any of this new age shit. No Slipknot.
Why not?
I mean, do any of these people... One person looks like a metalhead, sure, but the rest of them don't.
I mean, the whole troop of the one fighting.
Yeah, the
really
Steel
wanted to fight
Dragons would
Britons.
easily fit in a Kiss concert or something like that, but...
I gotta seek that one out after Bob.
Fair enough. So yeah, she basically gives you the okay to perform the D&D equivalent of whichever of those songs you want to do. So, and even offers to accompany you if you'd like.
I would not be opposed. What is your mother?
My mother? She's still greeting guests.
I meant it's for your mother.
Oh, well, that's fair. I mean, like I said, after the other one, it's just going to be general entertainment. If you wish to dedicate it to her, that's up to you. I'm pretty sure Father will not try to kill you.
I hope. I would probably dedicate it to.
Was she kind of
Ryoko and her.
It's a joke. It's a joke. He wouldn't do anything like that. You know him well enough.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
So, but
Well, thank you.
but yes, I'll tell you what. I will accompany you on that, and we'll perform together at that point. How about that? In fact, if you impress me, you can perform with me as well. How about that?
Well, okay, sounds good.
And then it's a deal. So let's get back out there. They're about to start prepping for the other wedding, and I've got to start getting things in order.
Yeah,
So,
sounds good.
None of your friends seem like they need assisting, Rax. But if
Yeah,
you want to give me
I'm
like a
just
perception to see if there's something that catches your eye, perhaps,
Okay.
because there are a couple wandering around, and you do notice one lady kind of eyeing you, not angrily or judgmentally, more like she's kind of gauging you.
Since he noticed, he just waves like casually because he's probably like leaning on something.
Oh yeah, I
Just
assume it's
looking
typical
around.
Rax sort of thing, but she kind of
Yeah.
raises an eyebrow and cocks her head and actually walks over to you. So she's dressed very slinkily. We're talking dark silks with a hint of blue sort of thing, very form-fitting. And boy, does she have a form. So her hair is done up in a bun. It's so black it's kind of purpley. Like it is very, very dark black. And she walks over, it's like, interesting. Most people don't notice me when I'm looking at them.
I was just paying attention about everything in here.
Well, it shows you
So
have a
many
bit
people.
more edge than most then. I'm
Ah,
Garafa.
maybe.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And she holds out her hand.
Rax holds out. He's Mad Rax. Nice to meet you.
And you have a sense of humor. I like that. I
What
might...
was the name?
Oh, let me paste it for you.
So I could get it here.
Gotcha. Ein Moment.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright, so... And like I said, like, as she walks by, like, men and women are all eyeing her, just kind of going, oh shit, she's hot. Like, everything about this woman is just oozing sexuality and power. But, you know,
Okay.
she laughs that you do the same gesture back to her instead of kissing her hand. She seems to actually kind of like you on that. But she's like, you seem a bit different from the rest here. Not as uptight and law-abiding.
Oh, maybe.
I might keep you in mind if I have certain work available then. And she, kind of bows slightly to you and walks off.
Rax is just like kind of in his mind trying to judge and think like, okay, what kind of person this is? Okay, this is suspicious, but
Give
I'm not gonna
me
say
an
anything.
insight check real quick.
Okay.
And one more perception. With advantage because you're obviously scrutinizing this woman. Okay.
There we go.
Between what you look at, you see looking at her now and kind of adding the math in your head, you realize there's several concealed weapons on her.
Oh, okay.
Small weapons, obviously. Assassin weapons. So you're pretty sure she works in that kind of business.
Oh.
But the way she moves and the way she looks, you don't think she's human.
Does that mean like is she still like a humanoid creature, or does she just like give out some kind of magical
Give me an
monster
arcana.
kind of
How about
energy?
that? Give me arcana at this point. You're pretty sure it's something affecting the way she looks. either an illusion that's very
Oh, okay.
elaborate or a shapeshift or something like that. Like, you're not sure what she is exactly, but kind of squinting your eyes and using, pseudo magic sort of viewing, you're almost certain there's some sort of magic behind what she is.
Okay.
And it's powerful. So you're pretty sure even if you popped off a dispel at your high level, it may not undo it.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna.
I know,
I
I'm
was
just
more like
just
looking
saying,
at
because
it.
I know that's one of those rack sort of things that go through your head occasionally. How can I cause the most chaos? I know! But yeah, like just
Rex already assumes there are gonna be like powerful beings in here because Lady Fervers and Vanfair have a kind of
yeah, they
different kind of friendships and
So,
like things. So
the ones that are
he's not
still alive
surprised,
usually
but
aren't, weak, that's for sure, but
yeah.
so no one else really don't get me wrong, there's several brightly colored people, but none of them seem to be like super interesting or sneaky or anything like that.
Yeah.
So you find Bob, though, Ryoko, over by, oddly enough, the drink bar. And he's just kind
He's
of
gonna-
floating over what looks like a cup of brandy.
Hey there.
And it kind of turns. Oh, it's you. Hello.
It's been a while.
Yes,
I
it
didn't
has.
expect
Thank
to
you
see
again for saving me that day.
You should have my brother to thank for that.
Still.
Hmm.
You look alike, so.
Besides, we do. I mean, at least we're both blue, if anything.
And scaly, but I mean, when you're as old as me,
Yeah.
things like gender and size don't matter as much.
I did not expect to see you here.
Which he kind of does a somersault and adds in, or a body. Well, I do know him, and we've been friends for a while.
That's fair. I mean, it's definitely a very nice. I didn't expect you to see.
Which you do
expect
notice,
to see you
kind of
here.
looking around, there is a very wide open area around him, and the bartender is sweating lightly.
It's nice to see you again. How have you been?
Dead. Mostly.
Fair. Ever found out what happened to you?
Still no, it's a bit odd. We found some inklings, but no definite threads.
Anything that you can tell me that I can keep in mind if we see anything?
Well, this is going to sound odd, but I think it has something to do with decks of many things.
She's oh.
Oh.
It's just been an odd coincidence that every time we've lost track of the trail of whatever affected me, there always seems to be several decks of many things in the area. A
Huh.
disturbing amount, to be honest.
And you think whatever was with those caused this to you?
It's possible. I mean, if they're able to create these decks, because we tend to keep a pretty good eye on those things. They're dangerous, as most people know.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say
these
that's
seem to be
mortifying to
being
just
manufactured now. The cards are different images than what we find normally.
that sounds unbelievably dangerous.
Oh, I'm
And
absolutely certain it is.
I really I love this person that I'm referencing, but I really don't want one person to find this out.
Burp.
I heard the microphone on mute.
Oh, okay.
That is very highly dangerous. Well, I'll definitely let you know if we find anything.
I'm trying to. Did you put it in was it something you were sending to me or?
No, I was just referencing Spluma.
Okay, I was just making sure you weren't trying to drop something
No,
to
no,
me or
no.
something. Okay,
I
just
was
making
hinting
sure.
at it as
Yeah.
for the better world's benefit. I hope he
Yeah.
doesn't get a hands on new.
But yeah, it's like
Shards with-
we've. I'd say dispose of, but it's very hard to dispose of them. We more neutralized, or at least made
I mean, as long
inaccessible
as-
what we
I
found.
was gonna say, as long as you can keep it in possession of some high power.
Well, I mean, you could only fit so many things in a certain area, and if you use other
Yeah.
dimensions, there's still a possibility of people finding it. So
Yeah.
destroying them is extremely volatile, like certain things that happen to pyramids that you might know of, which you're pretty sure he's giving you a bit of a glare at that point.
Listen, I
But-
may or may not have had something to do with those.
It's fine. I finally repaired it anyway. Don't do it again, please.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't really planning on summoning any pyramids with beans.
Yeah, it's flying anyway now, so I doubt you'd be able to reach it as easily.
But still, an absolute pleasure meeting you.
It's nice to see you again.
I
Going
hope
to
you'll
go
be
back to enjoying
attending
the smell of this brandy.
I hope I'll see you at my ceremony as well.
Oops, need to. Yeah, he can't. Nods at you. I'll be here. There's no reason to leave early, after all. So
And
I'm afraid
she
I
actually,
have trouble bringing gifts, though.
I don't worry about it. I don't expect anyone to.
I heard that you like small animals, though.
I do a lot.
I might be able to work out something then. We'll see if we
Really?
can get here in time. Yes, I have a couple tricks up my metaphorical sleeve.
Okay, I mean, I'll be.
You
waiting
think he's
excitedly.
grinning more than usual, but it's kind of hard to tell because he's a skull.
I mean, Ryoko doesn't care. I mean, pets, I mean,
So
if she gets like a cursed demon, like a small one, fuck it, who cares?
the demon of the world's tiniest Baylor.
Oh, that would be
It's
cute.
the size of a chihuahua and about as nervous,
Oh god, that would be good.
She's gonna, she's
but has
gonna,
none
like,
of the powers.
She's gonna like say goodbye to him, and she just like had like this like flash, like fuck, I need to seek out someone else than the other prince first. It's like, where's the like, is there one from Golden Sands here? Maybe like the Sultana herself.
Well, you do see several people, which one of them is actually, now that you're looking, the Sultana is here.
She's gonna approach her as well.
Well, she has a bit of a crowd around her. It seems like maybe she broke the ice and people are actually really interested in her, as she's very obviously kind of cracking jokes and appealing to people and just being a very charismatic Oni.
She's
And
gonna
well,
just try approaching her casually, but she's definitely a little jittery.
yeah, I mean, as you get closer, you notice that there's a couple ogres and other Onis kind of working crowd around her, but they're human-sized at the moment.
Okay.
Which one of the Onis kind of stopped. He goes, "Who are you?"
I'm Ryoko.
And you're important because.
Oh wait, your like queen is kind of married to my brother or something.
Which he kind of narrows. Who's your brother?
Aiden.
You should have started with that then. Yeah, I'll let you in.
I mean, I didn't start. You did.
Security. He kind of cuts through the crowd a little bit, and when they start, not really partying, he pops back to Oni size and just pushes them out of the way. And Shala, who's wearing a little bit more than Aiden has usually seen her in. She's wearing full leg coverings and like a half midriff sort of dress. Still very light, very airy, but kind of looks over at the Oni and you, and it's your sister-in-law. Oh, you'll have to pardon me, gentlemen. This is someone I need to talk to. And she shrinks down to your size to look you in the eye, and you must be the famed sister I hear about all the time.
Didn't
Yes.
we meet them
Yeah, we
at
met
some point?
them.
Yeah, we
That's
have.
Oh,
why
that's
she's,
right. That's right. That's right.
That's why, like,
I forgot
she
you guys got to
consulted
see him.
Ryoko
So
before.
yeah, I forgot. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been
So-
a
It's been
long
a
time.
while.
And
for-
she actually comes over, hugs you. It's like, still says the same thing, but it's obvious
Yeah.
she's kind of joking.
It's
How
good
have you
to see you
been?
again.
Oh, it's good to see you
we've
as
been
well. Your
fine.
brother will be happy to know you're okay. He's
I'm very much
unfortunately
alive,
busy
at
at the
least.
moment, but he'll be
Ah.
nevertheless very pleased.
It's fine. I expected him to be busy in his work. It's how he is.
Yeah, oftentimes you are as well, I'm sure. Cut from
Oh,
the same cloth
More
and
than
all.
so, yes. But I'm very happy to see you. I'm glad you're attending.
Well, wouldn't miss it for the world. Two important people getting married. One, a world leader, and the other one, my husband would be very upset if I missed the wedding.
Fair. I mean, at least you can give him my regards at
Oh,
the very least.
Yes, and she holds up a little tiny glass cube, it looks like, that's made of kind of bluish glass. It's like, but I'm bringing him a recording.
Oh, one.
It's some newfangled device that our new enchanter in town has made. He called it
Say
An-
cheese.
an illusionary recorder. It will record up to about 10 minutes as an illusion that you can play back at a later time. Very interesting. Which,
Doing all that work for me?
well, he came up with it. I didn't ask for it. He just presents new things. That and,
Huh.
well, and she kind of looks around conspiratorially and leans here. The last one was a bit of a bad egg, so we're keeping an eye on this one.
Ugh. As long as it doesn't trap me inside, I'll be happy.
No, nothing like that. We tested it and One gave it his seal of approval.
That's good.
So they're perfectly
So-
safe. It's just, unfortunately, they can only record up to 10 minutes. That's why I have, and she, snaps her fingers, and one of the ogres or Onis comes over and opens the bag, and you see there's at least 10 more cubes in there.
Oh god. Like a sack
Oh
full
my
of
lord.
cubes.
You've
I'm going
come
to make
very
sure.
prepared.
I want to make sure I catch the whole ceremony for him.
She'll
Yes.
go in for another hug.
She does again, which some of the people around you are kind of like, who the fuck is she? She's important enough to hug this fucking new queen. It's like, unfortunately, I have to go and she looks over behind you, and you realize Gornick is behind you.
Thank you for being there for my brother.
Of course, he's quite the man. And she, wiggles her hand with a ring on it.
I'm just gonna. Okay. Well,
So, but it seems
yes.
like you might be needed. So,
yes, I'm gonna be going. It was
yeah, which
great
Gornick
meeting
kind of
you.
nods with that it's time sort of thing. But
Goodbye.
before we get to that one, got other people.
Yep.
We'll get to Rex in a second, but Spuma, are you doing
Spuma
anything?
time.
Now that I know that guy's watching me, I'll try to make my way up to him if I can.
Okay, well, if he doesn't make any, moves to run away or anything, he just kind of watches you come up. Yes.
Hey,
Hello.
why you've been like looking at me all night?
I'm sure you would
Yeah.
be flattered if I said I enjoy your figure, but I'm just making sure you stay out of trouble. I've seen the various reports that the Adventurers Guild had sent, so more of a precaution than anything else.
Okay. Well, have you tried these prunes that the kitchen made?
Why would I want prunes?
They're delicious. They don't even taste like prunes.
Well, I'm not much of a fruit fan, so no thank you.
Oh no.
Uh, missing out. It's a good prune.
Enjoy them.
I will.
Oh.
And then
Gary.
I will look out for Rothgar and see if I can get him out of any social situations.
Give me a perception check for that, then.
Yes.
Poor guy is surrounded by people.
You do not see him anywhere.
Good.
So he's either very well
Uh.
hidden or he's not in the room currently, as far as you can tell.
Finally, I use.
You bing, and you kind of are guided over to a small grouping of potted plants that wasn't there before. Like somebody
Oh.
grabbed potted plants that were in the corners of the room and kind of drugged them all to one corner.
Aw.
And behind them, you see Rothgar just sitting on a seat with a plate full of food, eating.
Hey, buddy, are you doing okay?
Ah, oh,
Sorry.
no, it's
My
okay.
twigs.
Most people didn't look over here. And he holds up his food. I've got plenty of food. I'm quite happy.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad you're
I can
enjoying it.
make room for one more if you'd like.
I'll grab something to eat and I'll be right back.
And as soon as you walk off, you can hear as he pushes these earthenware pots across the tile floor a little bit. So, because I don't want to talk the whole conversation, Rax.
Yeah, no.
But
No.
yeah, he
I'll just grab some food and eat with
You know,
him.
he kind of
Yeah.
comes over, and when you get closer, you recognize the air around this man. As
Okay.
he literally says, "How's my son doing?"
Being a bit out of place, but it's a party.
No one's in place in these places except for the ones that are getting married.
True.
And he kind of leans in. Call me Virtual. Raxa.
Okay.
Or introduce me if need be. I already introduced
get that
myself to the
name
bride
again?
and groom. Huh?
Can I get that name again so I
Yes,
don't
yes, yes,
fuck it
yes.
up?
Ein Moment, ein Moment.
Virtual?
Vitral Raxa. Like the flammable fluids.
Okay. Thank you.
Because boy is he subtle. But I came to still greet my friends their wedding day, even though they don't know it's me.
Yeah, I thought so. I found it weird at first that you weren't really kinda invited, but then I understood why, and well, you are here.
Well, I mean, reasons. I mean, we left on slightly bad terms, but I mean, time heals all wounds, right? And besides, he got back out.
Very true. And I mean, it's good to keep an eye on friends.
Besides, I'm sure they know I'm here, and as long as I don't cause trouble, they won't cause any either. Just wait till they see their present.
I can't wait either.
Well, it's interesting to say the least. You'll be able to spot it if they use it before they take it to their room.
I hope so.
Which
I
he has
wanna
just
see.
a fucking watermelon grin. Which he has that one gold tooth you're used to.
Yeah.
But no, I heard that your friend's getting wed as well. I brought a gift for her. No strings attached this time, which he, holds up his hands in the surrendering sort of gesture. Just as a goodwill towards your pet.
Okay. I'm sure she probably won't. I mean, I guess she probably recognized the last name, but
Well-
I can assume.
She knows you have a father, right? She's met
Of
me.
course, of course.
So I just assumed you
But
trained
she
her
might
well
not
enough.
be as happy.
Well, I'm sure she will be with this gift. I've heard what she likes through the grapevine, needless to say. And I think she'll be pleased with this one.
Oh, I trust you on that.
Well, it's not dangerous or anything, and it's not going to eat her soul or any of the usual things I use for people that I want to do business with. It's a goodwill, like giving somebody's dog a new toy.
I imagine it more as like, you know, those like corner stores that have overpriced bags of chips and stuff just for like like as like a scam show, like
Yeah,
image.
those fucking
Like-
like online things that one of a
Yeah.
kind.
where they technically have a store for like certain like tax benefits and stuff, but they're not actually planning to use it. So it's like,
Yeah.
they have to have a good image for the legal system
Right.
once in a while. So
But
they
he-
have good things with the bad things in the back that no one gets to see normally.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that, but he kind of, looks around a little bit, which you kind of notice people's eyes kind of glaze over, and they seem not to notice you guys. And he opens up a bag on his belt and pulls out what looks like a bottle of some kind of liquid.
Ah, I see.
Got it straight from the city of Brass. The low end, but I think she'll like it. And he slides it back
sure.
in the bag.
Just explain it to her. She might be a bit standoffish.
Yeah,
Because
if
it's
she
you.
doesn't want it, I'll just keep it for myself.
But you know, she is like careful, I would say. She's smart to be a careful one and think. So
I'll tell you
I
what.
don't think she will.
And he
rip
pulls the
loose
bottle
it.
back out again, presses a finger to your forehead, and you can feel detect magic cast on your head. And you go,
Oh, I'm not doubting.
oh, I'm
I'm
just
not.
saying. That way you can say I've checked it with magic. And sure enough, the bottle is not glowing magical. Think of it as a freebie. That way, when she questions it, you can go, I've already done that. And in fact, he pops the cork a little bit, pours a bit into a glass, takes a swig of it, and remelts the seal with his fingers. And then he goes, I realize that probably didn't prove a thing, but still, it's the thought that matters.
Yeah, that made it worse, but
Sorry. Wasn't thinking that one through. But
Ah,
still.
it's
Had a
fine.
pleasant cinnamony taste to it, honestly. So
No, that
what
sounds
have you
good.
been doing?
I've been people watching. I don't know what I'm doing in
Oh,
here. I'm just waiting to be called out or
fair
talked.
enough. Have you introduced yourself to the Carthornus over there, or the Solar Dragon? Don't go near the
No,
Pink Dragon. He's odd.
the pink dragon. Okay.
Which he kind of looks
I
over to
met
this guy that is just dressed like somebody poured paint all over him, like just a bunch of fucking bad colors that do not mix. And he's laughing at the top of his lungs as other people are kind of like chuckling in that if I don't do this, he's going to get mad sort of face.
Okay.
You also notice that there's a tiny thing floating near his shoulder. Give me a perception check.
Oh no.
It's not a high one. You aren't entirely sure, but you think it's a tiny drum and cymbal kit.
Oh no. Is this some kind of comedian?
He fancies himself as one, yes, but if I was saying to him in a cancy, I'd say don't quit your day job.
No, okay.
Let's just say he did a deal with me once to actually find a one-of-a-kind joke. It was very odd. Thing is, it wasn't even a very good joke.
That's
You kind
odd,
of get this
but I
that
guess I
look
won't
of somebody
judge.
going down memory lane. But still, I will be here for your friend's wedding. But yes, there's plenty of very important people that you might want to introduce yourself to, or at least know of. Like he
I didn't meet
points,
this
and he starts
weird
pointing out
lady.
people to you. He points towards the lady that you were talking to, Goretha.
Oh, I met her.
Oh, you met the leader of the Purple Dragons then.
Oh, okay.
She's
I, of
very
course, didn't know who she is or
good at
what
what
she
she
is.
does. I've actually employed her once or twice myself. Over there, and he points to someone that seems almost out of place because her outfit is just absolutely plain. Like something you'd expect like a monk or a druid to wear, maybe. So, there's the leader of the Brown Dragons, Jaratha, which I know how this is going. I'm copying as I say.
All the names for me.
Yep, all the names. That one over there, which he points towards the one that Ryoko had met in line, is the leader of the Song Dragons. She'll be dancing later on tonight, from what I understand.
Holy shit, there are so many dragon things.
What did you
Of course,
expect?
but yeah, I thought
I
that
mean,
there would
one
be
of the
something else
best known
too.
dragons in this plane are having a party. She's going to enjoy, invite all her equals. And of course, the self-proclaimed leader of the Pink Dragons, Hubert the Jovial. Which he points back at, which as he does that, you can actually hear from over here him finish a joke. You can't hear what he said, but you hear a boom, followed by very awkward laughter.
He seems desperate.
He thinks he's the funniest creature alive. Over there, which he points to another person who is very brightly colored in their outfit, and their hair seems like almost like a golden blonde, is the leader of the Solar Dragons. Surprised she's here, honestly, given the amount of... Oh dear, I hit the wrong button. Ooh, it almost deleted it from my document. That's not good. Which I'm surprised she's here and the Moon Dragon leader isn't here, honestly. Not someone to trifle with lightly. She might be as powerful as Fervorous, honestly. But normally... I suppose she had something to deal with. No matter.
What? Don't leave me hanging like that.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to leave you hanging. It's just generally, given their opposed nature, whenever one shows up somewhere, they send a representative from the other faction as well to keep it balanced, for lack of a better word. And given that the leader showed up here, I'm kind of surprised, honestly, like I said. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. That was not him, by the way. that Wathala isn't here. They very rarely leave the, well, the space, honestly. They dwell on the respective things they're named after. And they're usually at each other's throat all the time, or at least trying to balance each other out, so it's odd she's not here. Oh well.
Maybe we can ask them. Or the Solar One. If she's dead or something. I don't know.
Well, if she was dead, he'd be gloating about it as we speak, but generally you don't want to ask them about each other. It'd be asking, I don't know, say, an elf about an orc raid, and asking if it's a good time.
Oh, damn.
Or how much
I
a
like to
devil
ask
likes
about things.
demons. You're welcome to try, but I can't guarantee he won't explode. Probably literally.
Yeah, I mean, I promised Thorin I would try to be nice, so I probably won't ask that.
Well, I mean, you could just blame it on him if he's the one exploding.
Yeah, of course, but
But honestly, it's like I plan on looking into it myself. This could be a major happening that I'm not aware of yet. I hope not.
I will keep an eye on it too. Then, if I hear anything.
It shouldn't affect us. They, like I said, generally do not come down to land masses. But out of the corner, oh, I'm sure you've noticed the Coronathon over there, which you know, he points out the very large two-handed Kenku, very excitedly testing things from the buffet.
I think Rocco was talking to that one.
Well, it probably made a business deal with her of some sort. They
Who
like
knows?
employing other creatures. Just, don't get into a magic fight with it as you are now.
Oh, I wouldn't. I do know them somehow. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to.
They are, at best, very annoying to fight. But it looks like the wedding's getting planned, so we should probably get to our seats. Which,
Oh.
Spluma, you get grabbed by a certain somebody, a certain butler, and goes, "Your flower crown is ready, sir."
Oh, thank you.
You know, he somehow found you behind the pots and plants eating with Rothgar.
Rex will also like, oh fuck, I need to get going then.
Yeah, which
like
he
he's
shows up and
stepping
puts a hand. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you should probably prep. Oh,
yeah.
and your father's. Don't mind me. I was just catching up with my son for a bit.
Rex just kind of like smiles at it. I'm coming.
Which, yeah, they get everybody ready and everything else. Which you see Fervorous in your style of wedding dresses for the bridesmaid, just beaming. And you see that Vanfir is over in the best man side, but it's pretty much the same thing over again. You know, before you go out, Athera kind of gives you a quick run through of what you need to do and everything else, and you can see.
I was gonna look for otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and you can kind of hear on the other side of the stage, Vanfir kind of doing the same thing with Ashira. It's like, no, you can't bring your sword. No, you're supposed to do this. It's really
I thought
simple.
the
You just
sword-
have to say
no,
this.
The sword sheath was told it was okay.
Well, he's telling it to Ashira, not you.
Okay,
So,
because I do have the sword sheathed on my back.
yeah. What are you screaming about, Jack? Well, oh, you killed a lizard. Okay. Give me. No, it's still alive. Good. Poor lizard. No, I got you. It's okay, little lizard. It's okay. I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I
It's like, let me out.
I now have a hand friend lizard.
Hmm.
He feels safe and secure. Let me go let him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how extra I want to be with my performance of Flower Girl.
Oh, I'll be right back.
The
I just
extra.
go treat
My
cat.
wedding. Come on.
I
Be
mean,
extra.
Come on.
okay.
Come on.
Like sparkles and everything.
Oh, cats
I can
do
also
everything
help.
again. Those cats, lizards.
Even though I don't have too many spells to help you,
Ah.
I'm more like
I mean,
prepared to fix things if things happen. But
At least he doesn't kill the lizards. He brings them to get treats.
aw,
So just got delivered a little fence swift. Right, but everything goes pretty much as planned unless somebody's trying to do something silly.
we are gonna make Spluma really extra.
Oh,
like
I'm sure you're
sparkling
just
and
dumping all
everything.
kinds of spells on him to make him the most sparkly flower girl known to mankind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell, I'm surprised he's not using the animate object to make the flower basket like,
I-
skip behind him or something.
was considering
Do it.
it. I mean, so I'll just throw out all the things that I'm gonna use for
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
Okay.
I'm also ready when Ryoko walks in, like make sparkles, like not like overpowering, but
Mhm.
still like make her look absolutely like dazzling and stuff. So.
Fair enough. Unseen servants. Okay. I've got to ask, what are you doing with all these?
This is for the when I do walk down the aisle as the
Oh, I
flower girl.
sort of
I'm just
figured-
getting it out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of figured this is when you make your grand entrance.
Yeah. And of course,
Oh my god.
I'm also gonna use this when Ryoko comes, like congratulations kind of thing on
Wow.
ahead of them, like on top of them.
and
I still want to have the sad tuba sound one of these days.
like outside, so it's just barely pouring through the door.
Got it. Okay. So this is looking like a fucking Kiss concert entrance. Fucking bright colors, sparkles, fog, and a musician
Actually,
coming
no.
out.
But,
Now
like
I know
after I
what I'm
step out,
gonna.
it's very calm and serene. Just very
I-
pretty.
When I'm gonna use the Skywrite when like Spluma has walked out, and when Ryoko is stepping out, it's "Here comes the bride" like text
Nice.
instead of "congratulations."
Gotcha. Well,
I forget the actual progression. I go before.
you go before
Bride does, right?
everyone
Yeah.
else. Then
Yeah.
the groom, then the bride, then the ring bearer.
So then, when Ryoko's about to step out, and right before they start the song,
Wait a minute.
Hey.
Don't. Do I get walked down the aisle, or how does this work? Or do I walk myself?
You get walked down the aisle if you had somebody to walk you.
didn't
Fanfare.
Which-
you ask Fanfare?
Oh, that's right, fanfare. Well, fanfare. Oh yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
you
because
see
he's the
that?
best man.
Yeah, fanfare's kind of. I got a replacement. Like I can't walk you because Shira asked, but here. And a little old man comes walking out.
Oh God.
I heard that
Oh,
my
it's
friend
him.
needs some help.
It's him. It's
What are you doing
Daddy.
here?
Walking you down the aisle?
Where did you come from?
And he
Oh.
kind of looks around. The room about 2 halls down.
Fair. Um. Well.
Oh, I
Bahamut?
have a message from you. For you. And he pulls out a little coin, presses it in your hand. And you can actually hear your father's voice in it. It's like, I'm proud of you. I am happy where I'm at. Live for me. And he just kind of closes your hand on it. Keep it. To remind you of him.
She's gonna, like, of course, get emotional. I was like, you better have a fucking spell against this, pointing at her eyes.
Well, you're going to
I
do
go
it
through-
anyway once you get the ring, aren't you?
We got you. We got you.
But he does kind of wave his hand over your face, and nobody else can see the tears in your eyes.
Also taking the like cleaning everything like the makeup.
You seem to have quite a little posse here, don't you?
Apparently.
But still.
Thumbs up.
Yes. Unfortunately, he
going
has
to-
other things, so he asked me to take his place for you, if that's okay with you.
It's fine. She
In
is
fact,
going to, like,
he kind of wiggles his fingers around, and the little cardinals, or not cardinals, the canaries he has, picks up your veil and lifts it for you behind
she
you.
is going to, like, hug him because of the coin.
Oh, well, you're quite welcome. And he hugs you back all gently.
How do I always forget how to delete measured templates.
Oh, I got it. There should be a
Those are the
trash can, I think,
measurements,
but
and
yeah.
then just you
It's
see
the ruler
icon
and there's a
delete.
trash thing, so. But yeah, and so
Okay.
it starts proceeding through and everything, and it goes smoothly, and soon as fucking, Spluma starts to step out, you guys go absolutely fucking ham. Pretty pyrotechnics, extra flower baskets throwing, a flower basket throwing itself. It's like everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? It's impressive, but what the fuck?
I'm glad I get the better show than they did.
Well, they have to be all proper, so theirs was a royal
Only
wedding,
for our girl. need to do
whereas
it
you guys
that
are
way.
a little less formal, so yeah, everybody's kind of like, what the fuck? But they're definitely enjoying it, though several people are like, that is the biggest girl I've ever seen.
I did make myself a foot shorter. But
Oh, I know, but
You're
still,
big.
you're still a pretty
Aren't you
tall.
Aren't you
Yeah.
like 6 foot?
He's
I'm like 7 or 8.
yeah, he's like 7 foot, I
Yeah.
think, if I remember right. So he's still pretty tall. So most people are
I'm
like,
tempted.
huh. I mean, they're not
Tempted to make
commenting.
Rocco levitate, but no.
So, but yeah, it's like Ryoko comes out, you guys do all your shit, and the old man's walking her up to the thing and everything. And then you see, Connie carrying the ring after you guys, looking very determined not to mess it up. So, and it's pretty normal, except that instead of a cleric of Palor, a cleric of Bahamut is residing over yours.
Okay.
Which you
But it's
notice that
Torin.
He's out.
the cleric of Bahamut's there, but the old man that was with you is no longer there.
You should have
I'm
put
you and
Torin up
Ashira.
here.
Yeah, Torin's up there with you.
I was gonna say we should have put Torin in as the cleric.
Well, she kind of gives you a shrug as like,
I mean, I'm not saying that while I'm at the aisle.
yeah, it's like, I know you were planning on, but she's like,
She is like one of the best girls.
so. But yeah, it's like, I tell you what, everybody in the room, give me an insight check real quick.
Okay. Oh no, that's
Ryoko's
Take
a
the
little
first
too involved, but that's
That's-
okay.
it's a 10 even.
Yeah. So it's like you don't notice anything odd, Ryoko. You're too busy focused on, the guy you're about to marry and all this nice things that are just happening now. Spluma, Rex, you feel like the air is just absolutely thick with magic.
Not only by us.
Like a good thing, or
Well, not a bad thing. It's a very calm and pleasant feeling magic, but it's not your guys'
Okay.
magic.
Yeah.
That's old
You know,
man
imagine
abducting
like
his-
I was
you
yeah.
went from a nice air-conditioned room into one that's still nice and cool, but humid instead. Like you can feel the difference.
Yeah.
So,
To be honest, we know who this guy is. We have seen
Mhm.
yeah,
him
I
you-
mean,
before, but
he was in like the talk with Bahamut. I mean, he was.
yeah,
maybe
I
just
got a
couldn't say
talk
his
from
name.
him, and
I mean,
so on,
this
so,
cleric
yeah.
is decked out in full platinum armor, so. And honestly, when he's speaking, there's no other sound in the room. It's dead silent. So the only other voices that can be heard are yours and Ashira's when you give your vows. And with
that's
that,
what the inspiration's for.
you guys are married. Congratulations.
Yippee!
Yeah,
Well,
And of course,
sparkles
everybody,
and fire and everything.
which, Vanfear throws out a couple pretty spells for you guys. Fervorous, nods and congratulates you and everything and officially blesses you under, as the ruler of Ebony Waters and all that sort of stuff. Lots and lots of well wishes. A man you don't recognize, Ryoko, comes up to you and hands you a weird bottle that seems to be filled with some kind of liquid,
Okay.
as his gift. You don't recognize him, though. You assume it's
Did
probably
I not
just...
have a gift table?
You do, but most of these people are just giving you the gifts directly.
Oh, okay.
Which most of it Several of the nobles are actually giving you gifts too, which, if you want, give me an insight.
Sure. I'll certainly try.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're
of course,
pretty
with this
sure some of them are just
amazing.
trying to butter you up as, a new way to get to the queen.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're
the
still
typical
very
things.
lavish gifts. So
Yeah.
most of them seem fairly just honest, straightforward, wishing you well. A couple of them seem a little bit more crooked and shady. You do notice that none of the dragon princes seem to come up to you, but a couple of the dragon queens do.
Okay.
So the one that you talk to with the golden eyes comes up and gives you a gift. Thanks, congratulates you on your wedding and everything.
I'll thank her, and of course, that was a pleasure to meet her.
You'll get more pleasure soon. Don't worry, I'll be performing in a moment.
Oh,
So
well, I'm looking forward to it.
she gives a
Rex?
very bright and open smile. It's like, you should. And the only other one that comes in, well, I did lie. One of the other kings do come and greet you. You just don't know he's a dragon at the moment. This man that looks like every clown in the world got mashed into one suit comes up to you. Like, this
Okay.
is his outfit is honestly almost hard to look at. It's that bad. And he shakes your hand, shakes his hand, and goes, "Oh, I'm Hubert the Jovel, and for your wedding, I have a joke."
I'm pretty sure I've heard about this guy with the caravan.
Yeah, you did.
and
You did.
Ryoko knows what's coming.
And you should be honored, for it shall be only one of the best jokes out there. Are you ready? And Ashira's kind of like, got a glazed look on his face, like, what the fuck is happening sort of face.
Ryoko's just rolling with it.
Yeah, and he, he's trying to start, but he keeps kind of, just give me a sec. All right. Why are colds bad criminals?
I didn't wait, out of character. I didn't understand that. Sorry, what?
Why are colds bad criminals?
I don't know. Why are they?
Because they're easy to catch! And you see this little drum and cymbal kit fly out from behind his head and just and fly back behind his head.
Ryoko will chuckle a bit.
Yeah, most of the people around you are kind of giving the even Ashura, after a couple seconds seeing everybody else, is like, oh shit, I should probably it's a good one, my lord. So
Rex will rudely just go basically in front of, he doesn't care if people were lining up or anything, just go bump at Ryoko with his elbow. You did it! You finally
you
locked him
push
in.
past Hubert.
Yep.
He looked at you, what a rude little creature you are.
It was a nice joke.
Of course it was from me. But he's rude. What? I wasn't done.
Well,
Oh,
still have a
sorry,
chance
did
to
I
carry on?
interrupt?
Yes, you interrupted. I was doing an act.
I thought you ended because of the drum thing.
Oh, that's just when the joke ended.
Oh, okay.
I'll be with you in a moment. I'll just entertain him in Draconic.
Both of you guys, anybody that's nearby, kind of give me a perception check real quick. Except
I do.
Rax, you
Me
kind
too?
of notice that. Yes, you too. I mean, you're close, so though. Fuck, your passive's more than enough to
I was
see
gonna
this.
say, yeah, okay.
Yeah. You kind of notice that what you thought was him getting kind of red pink with anger are scales starting to appear on his face.
Well, the shield turned to Rax like, I'll be with you in a minute. Please carry on.
But hey, my girl.
The room's
Just-
already ruined by this creature. And he blows a
Tense.
single bubble at you, Rax.
I will, of course, step away from it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not aggressive or anything. He just kind of snorts and a bubble pops out of his nose and floats towards you.
I will, of course, avoid it.
Hmm.
Hey, be calm, my
Some
dude.
people in this place, and he just marches off. Which several of the other people there kind of look at you, Rax, with the look of, oh, he's still alive. That wasn't expected.
Rex just bows a bit like, well, hello there. I came to see my girl. Are you happy now?
I think so.
I hope so.
I mean, of course. I mean, it's our wedding.
Like he looks a little sad at that.
I mean, of course I would be happy. What do you mean?
No, I just wanted to make sure. And I just wanted to come and look.
I appreciate it. I don't know how many people really appreciate the cutting in line, though. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
you do
care,
have
but-
several people kind of glaring, not hostile, but just kind of the really, dude.
Like, I don't really care. I don't know.
Rex
these
kind of
people.
like turns around. Do
I
I
don't
look
know
like
these
I
people.
care?
I don't
and
know
he
these
turns
people,
back
but
on.
there's a lot of pointed looks. Besides,
know.
I mean,
Don't I get
ju-
them always?
I know
I-
I wasn't allowed to, but I mean, when like doing their thing, but she'll like will hug Rax. I mean, even if they're not supposed to.
This is what I was waiting for. Thank you.
And she'll sit back down.
I leave you to it.
Yes.
Sorry about making a scene.
A
Bye.
bunch of the other ones are just kind of run-of-the-mill nobles, blah, 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 blah. One of them you do recognize towards the end. It's Olanar. Orlana, the Prince of the Steel Dragons.
Oh,
Which, yes, Spluma, you are behind him by a couple people. Which this very large Kenku seems to be striking up a conversation with you. But he looks at you, looks at Shira. My gift is a duel with you.
all right.
Not now, kiddo, no. Then he hands you a small stone. Whenever you're ready for it, speak my name into the stone, and I shall come. And he just leaves.
Like she'll go look over to Ashira. I'll talk about him later.
I know of him, but what did you do to get his, well, for lack of a better
Well-
word, approval?
When everyone was paroling in, I just looked around and talked to random people. He was one of them, and he was very confident in his skills, so I wanted to see it for myself. So I challenged him.
Oh,
A friendly duel, nothing more.
be careful. I've heard, rumors.
Yeah, I don't think he'll outright murder me.
Possibly.
Probably.
Hopefully.
We'll see. I hope you're gonna help me if that happens somehow.
Depends on the circumstances.
Fair. Well, you have a lot more guests to go through. Let's get this over with.
Which, you hit a couple others. There's one other person that really catches your eye before you hit Spluma.
There's a couple people that Ryoko's been waiting for, which is the wine man, the shop dude,
Mhm.
and the Hopkins family.
Oh yeah, Hopkins is in line behind. You can't
Yeah.
really see him because he's behind a 14-foot tall, crow, but
Cola.
Oh, is he coming to greet me too?
yeah.
Oh god. Okay, let's do this.
First, I
So-
thought they were behind a Spluma, but okay, they were even.
Yeah, they
Behind the
were a little
bigger
bit
guy.
further behind, so oddly enough, someone that's like almost decked out in solid yellows and golds. Even their skin is kind of gold and comes up to you, and she introduces herself as Inkara and wishes you well.
How do you spell that?
S- It'll be faster just to repaste it. Thank you, Rax.
There we go. God. Well,
So, which she touches you lightly
Sorry,
on
I
the
thought you-
forehead and says, "You shall
What's
be
this one?
blessed, a fruitful union." Which you
It
feel
was
kind of
nice to meet
tingly
you
on the
too.
head.
it was nice to meet you too.
Of course it was, but I must go now. And she
Uh,
just kind of leaves.
Okay.
Then you get a Spluma.
Hey, I just brought you some alcohol.
Who are you?
How did you get in here?
You're too short to be
Where's
Spluma.
Servants, is this correct? Should he be here?
Which Gornick? Should I escort him out, ma'am?
Well, actually, he do looks kind of nice. Come here. She'll also hug him, of course.
Which you hear the
Those-
crow behind him go, I thought you said you knew her.
It's easy to mess with.
You brought me a bottle.
Probably not a whole bottle, just like something you could drink. Because I mean, just
Get you a
have some
hip
of the
flask you can
chocolate
sneakily
and
take
apples.
shots
Yeah.
from.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll take it.
He illusioned it to look
Yeah.
like a piece of cake.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for,
right. Yeah,
Thank you for being a
And-
dashing flower girl.
of course. And Ashira, if you ever hurt her, I'll make you dance.
Kind of blinks at you like not understanding what the fuck this threat is.
He cannot dance.
Oh, I'll make him dance.
There are two people
That's
who will make
impossible.
horrible things to you if you hurt her.
Otto's irresistible dance.
I know what
I'm
you
not
meant, but
actually
like, yeah,
casting
he's
it.
just kind of
Yeah,
like,
just
oh.
for Spike. Yeah.
Are you seriously casting it on him?
No, I'm
No,
not.
no,
I'm not.
no,
just
no,
so,
no.
Just so he can see.
Oh,
me.
Ryoko's just
Okay.
joking. He's like a terrible dancer.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, a marching formation really good.
Yeah, you do, and you do dance better than me. I mean, I don't have experience with it. Doesn't mean that I won't pick on you for it a little.
But I hope you guys have a great
My
Thank
butt
you.
boy.
union.
My
Yes.
butt boy. My lizard catching butt boy. Next,
Blue,
the
is that
Kenku,
you?
who you talked to again. Kind of looks at you. Ah, congratulations on your wedding. A small trinket for you, if you will. And he
Thank
kind
you.
of holds out one of his clawed hands and drops a very pretty ring into it.
Oh, thank you, Cawthon.
Mm.
I-
Think of it
I
as a
appreciate
down
that.
payment for services to be rendered. I'm sure we'll be great business partners later.
All right.
And should you ever want
Well-
anything for your husband there, we sell things at a very reasonable price.
I'll be sure to let you know.
Which he
And besides,
reaches out and hands one of those cards to Ashira.
besides,
Oh, I almost forgot. And he reaches into a bag of holding and pulls out an egg. I was told you like creatures, and here.
I do. Thank
Or
you.
breakfast, it could be either.
I'll take the creature. And what is it?
I don't know.
How long do
Okay.
you have to sit on it?
I don't
Well-
hatch eggs. That's my wife's duty.
Thank you.
In which
Um,
you hear a tiny Kenku over the side. I'm the wife! I'm the wife!
I'll be sure to get you your cookies later.
Ah, you do remember. Excellent. I was going to remind you.
Thank you.
So, which Rax, you can feel that that ring is probably pretty damn magical, honestly. Kitty, what are you doing? So, if you want to roll me a quick
Oh, okay.
Arcana, you can identify it real quick. It's a ring of regeneration.
Oh, okay.
Could come in handy.
I
Excuse
think
me.
I had one. Also,
I think so. Behind.
it has been sitting on my. I think I gave it to Gobgob though.
I think so.
Yeah, I
I
did.
believe
Yeah,
so.
I do have it on my inventory, but I think I gave it to
Cat,
Gobgob just in
stop
case
it.
she gets hurt.
So next up is Hopkins. You know, who shakes your hand, shakes Ashira's hand, cat kisses yours. You know, basically, it's, my mother and me says you better treat her right. And then goes and reaches into a pouch, which is most obviously a bag of holding, because he pulls out like an 8-liter bottle.
God.
This is some of Mama's special brew.
Oh Lord, I think I've had the pleasure.
Well, she said that she wanted you to have this batch, so I brought it for you.
I'm very glad.
Which he hands it over, and yeah, that's just looking at the texture of the liquid, you are pretty sure that's Mama Everfoot's special blend. It gets you drunk
Thank you
fast,
very
it can peel paint, and you're pretty sure it'll clean the sinuses immediately. So, but
I mean, didn't you forget something?
what did he?
She'll
forget?
she'll like have like a hugging gesture.
Oh yeah, it's like, of course. You know, he kind of looks around. You gotta have to pick me up though.
That's fine.
So otherwise, I'm just hugging legs.
She'll just hug him like a stuffed animal, basically.
Yeah, he just kind of does the uppies gesture. Who else were you wanting to see in the line? I forgot.
It was the liquor merchant that I was like very familiar with.
Oh,
that
yeah,
I-
the elf that you knew.
yeah, that I had Gormix send out an invite to.
Yeah, which she was not able to make it, sadly.
Ah,
So, but she did send regards. Gornick actually has her gift on the table, which is, well, a very ancient wine,
oh,
which, oddly enough, is jokingly named Elvenberry. So it's a pretty normal sized bottle, but it looks like it is very, very old. And you see
I want
there's
a
a
hug from the Sultana.
yes, and
I
she's in
demand it.
there.
Okay.
Oh, demanded. She is in line. She, congratulates you, thanks, everything, and promises
Yeah.
you got the entire thing on the cubes, so she can show them to your brother when he gets back.
I'll hug her too, of course.
So, and she kind of, looks over at Ashira and goes, and if you ever get tired of him, I do have a few men in my possession that you might find interesting.
I appreciate it, but I'm very good with this one.
Yeah.
He's
Just
great.
letting you know if the offer stands. And he's like, and she pats him. You'll get used to it. It's called a joke.
She will reassure him, though.
He's gonna. We just.
Don't worry, don't
Poor
worry.
guy.
It's never gonna happen.
Whole night's just been death threats from random people.
It seems like half the party and
To
most
be
of the
fair,
guests have done that now.
I got multiple from Fervorez,
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, she's very protective of her kids.
which I am now part of.
Yes,
This is basically like if they break up, it's gonna cause a war.
it might call it a small civil war. Yes. Bush, bush.
It's not
bush,
going to
bush.
happen.
But I think that should be everybody that needed to, if
All
you,
I can think about.
yeah, I was like, I think that was everybody that was important.
I think so.
So, but looking over your gifts, most of them are pretty generic pieces of art, bits of jewelry, things like that. The only magical thing you got was the ring from
Okay.
Crowthorne.
Yeah.
And that was it. The rest of it, if you want to just kind of liquidate it for the sake of it, because I mean, most of it's pretty gaudy. A lot of it looks like the equivalent of somebody that got invited to their friend's party, realized people were bringing wine and stuff, and just pulled a crumpled five out of his pocket.
Okay.
A spare ring. Oh, a necklace I don't really like anyway. Oh, some pearl button cuffs. But all in all, you figure it would be about 2,000 gold in gifts.
Okay.
So not including the 2 liquors you got.
Rex
Yeah.
will come to like Ryoko and point out the bottle. That's from my dad, by the way.
Ah. I was wondering why a weird man just showed up, handed me a bottle, and said nothing. That
Yeah,
makes
no.
more sense.
He said something. He said he was Rax's dad.
Oh,
You
did
just
he? I
didn't
Yeah, he
recognize him.
didn't.
Oh no, he
He
didn't. That's
didn't.
right. He just said this
He
is for
didn't
you.
say anything. Yeah.
That's kind of how he operates.
And I made sure it's nothing dangerous for you.
Okay. Well, I'll keep it in my possession for now. It's not something I'll just casually drink.
Oh yeah, it's apparently pretty fancy.
So you
Fair.
realize you can't read the label on the bottle, Ryoko. Rax, you can because it's in Ignan.
Okay. I do mention to Ryoko that it was from the city of Brass. That
Yeah.
it's the
Which it has
fire
a label for
elemental
that.
plane
Said,
thing.
Yeah.
brewed in the home. It literally almost has a full advertisement before it lists the name. Brewed in the old fashion of the Ifrits in true brass bottles like Dad used to make. And it's just called Brass Breath.
Okay.
So, oops, save those. And like I said, the other one seems to be some sort of fruit wine. It just has in very simple Elvish, because several of you read Elvish, Elfenberry.
Got it.
Good boy. Good
Then Rax
boy.
just slaps Roko in the back. Now you need to relax and party the hell out because that's the time.
It
Yep.
is the after party.
Yep, which there is entertainment galore. Like, honestly, like, or Spluma, we know you fucking wrecked it.
Mhm.
You know, so... I need to get off and eat in a minute. I'm starting to get... Ooh. Athera, joins you for the next one. You guys just do an absolutely beautiful duet, which she seems at least as skilled as you, if not more so. Like, she is pitch perfect with you the whole time. You got some people doing tricks. You unfortunately have Lord Hubert giving jokes. And it ends with the Song Dragon getting on stage. Everybody roll a will save, please. Or wisdom save.
I'm
God damn, old old habits.
I'm gonna-
Okay. Honestly, the only one who made it was Rax.
I rolled the exact same thing.
26?
20,
Oh, that's your
both have
Arcana. I
25.
saw your Arcana.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
we
thought the
both
26
have
was that.
25.
Yeah, it was 25 matches it, so I guess that counts. That's right. So I saw the 26 because I scrolled up too far, but everybody else is just like in a perfect trance. Like she's sings in a way you've never heard before.
Rax kind of like squints his eyes. Is this the same enchantment as in the carriage he saw? Is this
It's
basically the same
similar,
thing?
but it's a hell of a lot more powerful.
Yeah, okay.
So
Um,
it's by no means malicious or anything like that. It's just the whole time she's singing, everybody is completely entranced. Like even, which actually I need to roll for them, don't I?
I was gonna say if Fanfear and Fervor is.
Yeah, I forgot about them being in
I was
the.
gonna
Nope.
actually look if they were.
Fanfare had one drink too many. Even Fervorous doesn't make that save.
Wow.
So just everybody's just absolutely, and it's a really beautiful song. It's like even though you guys are noticing this, it's absolutely beautiful. And when she stops, there's no clapping, there's no cheering.
I'm clapping.
It's kind of, well, for everybody else, but almost everybody else is kind of split a 50-50 between tears and just kind of sitting and basking in the happy place they went to.
Rax is probably the only one with a skull because he doesn't like the fact that someone uses like a shit like that to charm people, basically.
Well,
But
best you can tell,
even if
considering
it's not like a charm, but still.
Yeah, it's like best you can tell. This is just some sort of natural dragon thing it can do.
Yeah,
So
he doesn't like things like that, so that's why he's kind of
so,
like.
but Spluma,
Yeah, it's
since
good,
you
but,
failed that save, what you heard the music, you were aware of the music, you felt every beat in your soul, but it felt like you were back with your dad and your mom when you were a kid. Like all those happy memories just flooded back into you during the song.
Very nice.
So, and by the look of most other people, they had a pretty similar experience. Because you can see, like, Fervorous with just a big smile. Vanfear is, like, just halfway through tears. And, like, several of the other dragons. And for once, you realize that Hubert isn't talking. He's dead silent. So... Oh, but after a minute or two, everybody kind of gets back to how they were. Oh, God damn it. You're just talking to everybody you can, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Tell you what, give me
I-
one int check to see how well you do. Damn. You managed to get, in this case, all the leadership of the dragons that I listed to Rax, except for the leader of the Steel Dragons.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
I will approach the singing dragonborn or the dragon
yeah,
dragon
dragon.
after she's like out of the stage and like thank her for the song for the ceremony.
It was a gift for both of you, so I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thoroughly, yes.
Should any of your friends need one, Lady Furfurus knows how to get in contact with me.
Sounds like a plan. I appreciate it.
You're quite welcome. Now, we're here to celebrate, and I've heard there's quite some delectable treats, and she rubs her hands together over on the dessert bar. And she, kind of excuses
good
herself
point.
and heads over to the
Yeah, I was
cake.
Good point. Ryoko's gonna go like grab
Which
some cookies.
you seem to notice that Cawthorn is just watching you from the other side of the room. Both heads just focused on
Yes.
you.
She is gonna call out for Gormik and ask because he kept the backs of everyone safe to give him give her backs back for the cookies and stuff,
Which he has them ready for you.
and she'll just hold them and approach, of course, Cawthon first.
Which he watches, make sure you don't stop along the way. Every time you kind of slow down to get around somebody's no, okay.
We meet again.
Yes, we do. And you bring gifts, I hope. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she brought gifts. You brought gifts. We're going to test a cookie.
What would you prefer? Strawberry, blueberry, raspberry?
You have no
Flavor.
eyeballs. Karen? Intestines. No? Raspberry then.
No,
You should have kept the peanut ones for him.
maybe, but
Well, he's a crow. He prefers meat, but
Yeah, but still, they
is that
do eat
raspberry?
peanuts.
Maybe.
I know. But he bites into it, just the heads kind of bicker over each other till they realize they can both hold a cookie and eat a cookie. And both of them just widen their eyes ooh, these cookies were worth the wait.
I'll also hold the tray down for the little servants.
Oh yeah, they just speaking in various tones of voice at each other, tweeting, squeaking. So he
Well, I did
kind of goes,
promise.
"Can I have the rest of that bag? I will trade you for it."
Rest of the raspberry ones?
Yes, please.
Sure.
What is an equal trade? An equal trade. Give me a moment. And he kind of starts rooting around in his bag real quick.
She was just it's just cookies. In their head, it's just it's just cookies.
They're just fucking cookies. What the hell? And he kind of goes, This one should work quite well. Yes, quite well. An equal trade. Yes, very equal trade. And he puts down a ring in your hand that has a very beautiful sapphire.
I really
Rings.
appreciate it, but you didn't have to.
No, equal trades. Trades, always trades.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
You gave
I'm
gifts,
very
and then
glad-
we asked for trade. So you traded, so we trade something that we feel is equal value. It is no use to us, but perhaps your friends may be able to use it.
I appreciate it.
Mm.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the cookies.
Yes, we might procure some from you later.
If we meet again, I can make you some to the go.
Oh, we will find you.
Okay.
It's threatening.
A
Menacing.
little. And she'll say farewell.
Oh,
to
sorry, it doesn't
everything.
have a sapphire on it. It is a sapphire band. My fault. It looks like
Okay.
it is made out of pure sapphire. So,
Let's see. I forgot actually. I'm gotta scroll up. I don't remember all the rolls. They were pretty high either way.
oh, it was
The
like
cookies,
all
but I-
above 30. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get off in a minute. So, I got a
Yeah,
kid
I'll
looking
just-
at me with hungry eyes.
I'll probably give the strawberries to the Sun Dragon for a performance. Or Singing Dragon.
Song
Or
dragon.
was it Sun?
Song.
Song Dragon. I'll offer her because she was going for the dessert table anyways. I'll offer some to her.
Which she gives you immense thanks for the cookies and state that they are the best ones she has ever tried.
And the blueberry ones, honestly, she'll probably just put the tray out for anyone.
The Hopkins, the first one's at the tray, which you see he grabs several of them and scurries off to give to the bar staff.
I was gonna say, I can make you guys more later too.
Well, that's
if you want.
later. They're hungry now.
Yeah, just
It's fine.
She'll
They
just,
don't know about the cookies yet. He
Okay.
runs the fuck off.
okay. And she will go to like Fanfare and Fervorous, of course, now that she is allowed to hug them, and will
Yeah.
like try to do that.
Oh yeah, the Fanfare has no problem with it, and Fervorous does it after making sure no one's like looking too closely. And whispers, "No offense, but I still have to keep up some appearances.
It's fine. I just wanted to.
Perhaps later then."
Did you try the gift?
Not yet, but given what and she looks at Asheri, "My son has told me it should be an extreme delight."
I'm
And
glad.
Fanfare kind of wanders over to the table after you're done. "Who left this gift?" And he picks up a strange-looking box. And he kind of looks at it as like, "Is it a puzzle box?" And he kind of fiddles with it a little bit. Let me give him his Arcana check.
Wow.
Enough. Okay. And you hear a couple clicks from it. The lid flies open, and a giant golden dildo on a spring, boom, 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 which he stares at it dumbfounded for a couple seconds and tries to shove it back in. Which, as he does, you just hear, "Oh, oh," and he just tosses
Rex
it on the
kinda
table and
snickers.
pretends that that thing never existed.
All right.
Well, that was a show.
Yes. Right.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Let's just pretend that didn't happen. So, unless you guys have anything that needs to be done tonight, I'm gonna call it here.
I think only this is not like a thing we'd have to do, but if there is like a dance or something,
Mhm.
Rex will definitely ask Torin
Oh
If-
yeah, there's
she
definitely. a
wants to.
dance. So,
and be like, "I can't dance.
Can you
Maybe you can. So
please
teach
not
me."
die? Clicks.
yeah, it's like she's totally okay dancing with you.
Yeah.
So, but she teaches you how to dance. She goes slowly. She leads for you and everything else. And kind of, it's a nice moment.
I'll ask the Aratha.
She is totally down with that.
Hmm.
I was like,
I
I
wonder
thought
who
no one
I'll
else that could
ask."
dance with me was going to dance. So come on. And she pretty much
Yeah.
drags you out to the floor. And you guys, yeah, I know your performance checks. Not a 1. And you guys just
They were
fucking
both
just
19s.
tear up the fucking dance floor. Like both of you, like tangoing, waltzing, some shit they've never seen, but apparently it involves throwing yourself down on your hands and spinning like a helicopter. Some of the other people try to do it, and you can hear throwing out backs and bad knees and shit like that. Till, Athera basically goes, "You shouldn't try this at home. We're trained professionals." So, but yeah, it's a nice evening, plenty of dancing,
Yeah.
nothing exploding for once. And
One thing
Hubert,
also after
oh, go ahead.
Rex like learns a bit of to dance, he still like glances around if Asmodeus is still there,
Oh,
and
you,
he
you
will
keep
probably
you do get little glimpses of him grinning as he's dancing with various nobles.
yeah. So he will basically use Major Image to make a figure that
Uh-huh.
is no one else can like
See,
figure out who she is, but it's his
Ah.
mom
which
with a black veil. So basically, you
Ah.
can't see the face, but he dances with it and then disperses it after like a slower dance.
which you kind of spot him as you start dancing with that, which Torrin's kind of confused why you're doing it, but she lets you do it. But you see him stumble over somebody's feet when he first sees it, before he manages to regain his composure.
Then Rex goes back to Torin.
Yeah, which is kind of like, that was odd, but okay.
I had to have a moment with my mom.
Oh, all right. Well, I understand.
She would be proud. I'm here. Probably.
Yes, she would.
I hope so.
I believe she would. Especially since you behaved yourself for once.
But I think she would be disappointed in that one.
Well, fair then. So,
Who
all
do you
right.
think I learned my things from?
Your father?
Nope.
Well, now I know. I suppose your father would be proud
Maybe.
then. All right. We'll call it there for the night.
Yeah.
And we will pick it up at a later date. So that was fun. And the
Yep.
horrors and the horrible, horrible things will probably start anew next time.
Yay.
So, all right. In that case, good night, guys.
Good night.
YouTube.
Maybe, like,